Hello, virtual learners. Today we have our read aloud story, and I have a guest with me. Who's this?
Isla.
Isla, you want to wave? Isla's here to listen to the story from the Family Storybook Treasury. So far this week we have heard stories about Curious George, Lyle Crocodile. Yesterday we heard about Martha from Martha Speaks. Today we're going to hear a new story, and this new story is called The Great Donut Parade. Okay. I love the way that they used a donut instead of an O here. I also love parades. Parades are when you'll see people walking down the street, trailing each other, and a lot of people are watching. This story was written and illustrated by Rebecca Bond. Here we go. Okay. The great parade began with a donut that Billy had tied to his belt with a string. What is this coming out of here? Here's Billy. Well, that's a great way to get people to follow you. Have a donut tied to your belt. The donut brought Hen with a cluck, cluck, cluck. She fancied herself a crumb of this thing. So she's following Billy. And then came Cat, all quiet and slinky. Oh my goodness, look at the parade they have. So there's Cat, there's Hen, there's Billy. And now Big Dog with a bounce like a spring. Together, all racing and chasing one donut that Billy had tied to his belt with a string. Right here and right now, things really got going for Daisy, and Knickers came galloping after. There's Daisy. There's the dog. And that brought the rest of the cast of the play all jumbled and tumbled with snorfles of laughter. It says, "Come to our play." Oh, they were all dressed up. And so followed Mabel, their Saturday sitter, and Adelaide Bede, who'd been doing her hair. They're all just chasing. And a whole bunch of runners who saw all this running and figured the race they were running went there. Oh boy. There are the runners. There's the babysitter. There's the lady doing her hair. Now, can you imagine all the confusion when somewhere on Main Street they picked up a band, all noisy and joyful and jolly and gleaming, all beaming with pleasure, like this had been planned. And soon there came others, waiters and diners, porters with luggage, mailmen with mail, bricklayers, horn players, painters, and masons, a heavy dirt digger, a covey of quail. The firemen came with their firemen's hoses. The sign painters came with their just painted signs. Hardee's Roadhouse, Mama's Cookin'. There was a wedding reception with roses. There was a farmer's full barnyard of swine. Swine is another word for pigs. And there were some things you just never saw there. Cloud catchers came with the clouds they had caught. What? I've never seen a cloud catcher before. Citizens came from the pages of history. Little May Pinker brought things she had thought. Which one do you think is Little May Pinker? And now the parade, led by one child, had suddenly swollen to something so wild. Look at this. There's Billy with his one little donut. Whirling through town so breathlessly fast that everything shook as the great parade passed. Which would have been fine, the little town stood, but for the parade, it didn't look good. Just when their energy couldn't be stopped, right in the front, small Billy just stopped. What clucking and leaping and barking and giggles and skidding and bumping and laughing and snorting, a piled up spectacle fit for a king. A splashy display like the bursting of springs. Oh, look at they all just kind of fell over. You never quite think of the marvelous things that happen when donuts are tied up with strings. And then with one glance, small Billy departed, leaving behind this great gala he'd started. A gala is another name for a party. He slipped down a path to a spot in the shade, to a place of pure cool the tallest trees made. He still has that donut with him. And all afternoon, as the bay bluey gleamed, this Billy set sail and happily dreamed. The boat was what was in that box he was carrying. While eating a crisp and delicious fried ring, the donut he tied to his belt with a string. And look at the hen came. She still got a little bit of that donut. Shall we hear the poem for the day? Song of the Water Boatman and Black Swimmer's Refrain. Down through the jolly waters green, I stroke with legs both long and lean, like a streamlined Class A submarine on a sunny summer's morning. Yo ho ho, the pond's wind blow, and upside down is the way to go. Up plunging deep, I have no fear. To breathe, I keep some bubbles near. Trapped on my chest in a silvery sphere, on a sunny summer's morning. Yo ho ho, the pond winds blow, beneath my wings the air I stow. I like to eat the dark green goo that floats about like a veggie stew, mixed with a water boatman true on a sunny summer's morning. Yo ho ho, the pond winds blow, I'd rather catch wee beasties, oh. Danger lurks in every spot, from beetles, turtles, and their lot. I hide down deep where the sun is not, on a sunny summer's morning. Yo ho ho, the pond winds blow, I hang up top by the surface glow. I guess by now it's clear to see the boatman's life is the life for me. Among the weeds I'll always be on a summer sunny morning. Yo ho ho, the pond winds blow, the back swimmer's life is the life I know. So it says, water boatmen, back swimmers. Common in most ponds, these two half-inch long water bugs look almost identical. Both have boat-shaped bodies and oar-like legs, but whereas the water boatman swims right side up, this way, the back swimmer spends its life on its back. You can often see the back swimmer hanging belly side up just below the surface of the water. It's waiting for small insects to eat, while the water boatman eats mainly plant matter. Both bugs carry bubbles of air with them to breathe, either on their bellies, primarily the water boatman, or under their wings, primarily the back swimmer. Now you know some beautiful words that taught you about two very interesting creatures. I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed my read aloud. Join me again next week where we'll hear more stories from the Family Storybook Treasury. See you then.